Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the Android News Byte. It was recently revealed that Google is working to release the next major version of Android much earlier than normal. The typical release schedule has the first developer preview starting in the first quarter, and then that is followed up with the first beta sometime within the second quarter. However, starting with Android 16, Google is working to change things up a bit. In a developer's blog post, Google has confirmed that they are working on getting the stable version of Android 16 available to the public sometime during the second quarter of 2025. This update would be followed up by a minor release sometime in the third quarter. And then we're likely going to see the Android 16.1 released sometime in the fourth quarter of 2025. It's unclear if Google will actively call it Android 16.1. However, that is usually what they do with minor updates that add new developer APIs. The company hopes this new release schedule will spur faster innovation with their mobile operating system by allowing apps to gain access to new features multiple times per year. And they also hope the secondary update toward the end of the year will help to add more polish and increase the stability of Android as a whole. This also means that we should be expecting an early beta test for this next version of Android. Some have speculated that this could be made available before the end of this year, which honestly makes a lot of sense considering Google has a history of preferring at least 6 months lead time when it comes to its beta tests. Although I do suspect that we'll be given an early look at the Android 16 developer preview first, which requires you to manually flash the firmware instead of simply opting in to the Android beta and installing it like a normal over-the-air update. However, things look to be changing quite a bit from historic norms, so Google may end up with a much different release schedule than we're used to. Either way, this is big news for the Android community, as it means we'll be hearing about new features that are being worked on much earlier than normal, and we'll likely be learning about new features much more frequently than we're used to as well. If you're into testing out the next version of Android, then be sure to have a Google Pixel device on hand, because it looks as if they will continue to be the first to receive the official update, while also being the first to beta test the new features. I would be curious to hear what you all think about this new release schedule down in the comments section below. And please, remember to like this video while also subscribing to the channel for more Android news content like this.